Good morning, good morning. So I came to the studio today and I have this really visual lesson on my heart that it just has to be shared. And so I'm just gonna jump right in. So I wanted to address a couple of things, but I want to start with a Bible verse. And I'm sure that a lot of you have read before Galatians 5, which has in it the fruits of the Spirit. And so I'm going to read this to you and stay with me for a minute, and then I have a drawing. Okay, but I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh. For the desires of the flesh are against the Spirit, and the desires of the Spirit are against the flesh. For these are opposed to each other, to keep you from doing the things that you want to do. But if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. Now, the works of the flesh are evident: sexual immorality, impurity, sensuality, idolatry, focus with me here, sorcery, strife, jealousy, fits of anger, rivalries, dissensions, divisions, envy, drunkenness, orgies, and things like this. The Bible is not boring, y'all. Okay. Then it says, but the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against these things, there is no law. And those who belong to Christ have been crucified with the flesh and its passions and desires. So today, the lesson that I wanted to give you guys going into this weekend, and really just to understand a few shifts that have been happening and that are very easy to be felt. So in April 1st, we had a meeting, and I woke up that day and I was like, it's time. It is time. We have waited long enough. It is time for me to go to 200K. It is time for me to step into this passionate leadership role that I do have and really inspire everybody to go for where they are meant to be. And what I want to show you is something that I am seeing and that God is working on me with over the past 6 weeks. In that moment, I had selfish ambition. I was ready to have that rank. I was ready to elevate myself rather than wait on God to do it for me. I was ready to promote myself and rather than God doing it for me. Okay, so what I want you to see when I go back to this lesson is that in that moment, on April the 1st, when I woke up and I was like, I'm done, I grew impatient. Okay, now it says that the fruit of the Spirit is patience. I was done being patient. I was done being patient for me, and I was done being patient for you. And I saw what was working for other people. And then somewhere in my mind, I was like, well, Kelly, you just have to get more serious. You just have to get more focused on go for it. Right? But that was me stepping outside of who I am supposed to be. Now, I did not realize that at the time. I did not not at all think that I was being selfish. I was thinking about elevating all of us. I was going to do it. I was going to be the motivation. See, follow me here, because this is vulnerable and this is an admittance of wrong. But at the time, I did not know that. So I wake up and I'm like, we're doing this. I am going to be the motivation to get everybody where they need to be. And then that will get my rank, right? And in all of that was selfish ambition, was greed. I wanted that, right? I had my eye set on the wrong prize. And I want you to see in your life if that has happened or if it is happening. So what happens when you get your eye on the wrong prize? I want you to know that when you succeed at the wrong thing, it is failure. So we want to make sure that we have our eye on the right prize. And my eye was on the wrong prize. And I want you to visualize, and I kind of drew it for you back here. I want you to visualize Team Balance as this fort, as this box. Okay, this box, this team, this community that God has given us. And I believe that. Right now I have drawn it, and it has I put like bars, like it is safe, it is secure. Okay, but what I want you to see is that on April 1st, when we had our meeting and we were talking about, I want this, what happened is that in that moment, we opened up a door. On the outside of this box of the safe community of Team Balance, we opened up this door, and on the outside, I have all the things that we don't want to get in. Selfish ambition, worldly pleasure, greed, worldly pressure, greed. When we had that meeting and we all thought that this was the time and that it was time to grow and that it was time to do it, that we were going to do it in our own power, and that we could just decide and that it was up to us, what would have happened? Had we all succeeded and gotten to where we needed to be, do you know what? We would have thought we did that. I am beyond thankful. So thankful that did not work. The worst thing that could have happened in April would have been for all of us to hit our goals. That's tough, but I am right now, I am telling you the truth. Because we opened up this door, and I know it wasn't just me that felt it. I mean, I'm admitting it to you, but like, I know it wasn't just me that felt it. So what happened then was that with that door opened, it allowed all of these pressures, all of these things that we don't want into our team to enter in. And without going into too much detail, because it's just not necessary, something was said that was not true. Okay, it was not true. It doesn't matter. Something was said that was not true, and it is irrelevant, because I see clearly now that opening up this door was my fault. And so all of these things got let in, and because the door was opened, because the focus was shifted, because the mindset was not in the right place, because I was trying to do it by my own strength and by my own power, whenever things were said that were not true, they entered right in and people believed them. Why? Because I opened up that door. And let me tell you something. God has worked in amazing ways in my life and in this team, and you might not even see it. You might not even see it. But the shift is so real because the focus has changed. And what happened when that negativity seeped into our team through that open door of selfish ambition and greed and having our eye on the wrong prize, I should not even include you in that, my eye on the wrong prize, it allowed that to get in, infiltrate, and division. Remember, I'm going to go back to the Bible for a minute. But if you are not under the law, the works of the flesh are evident. Anger. There were people that were angry. Divisions. There were divisions. Envy. There was jealousy happening. And what also happened is that then with this door open and with our eye on the prize of a number of a rank, when we did not hit that, people thought they failed. People felt the pressure, the worldly pressures that never should have been there, because that should not have been the definition of success regardless. Had we hit it, we would have thought we did it ourselves. We would have thought we would have taken the credit. We would have been like, look at that. Look at that. You can decide, you can work harder, you can go, and you can do it, right? That was never the purpose of this team, and that was never supposed to be the purpose of this team. And I am seeing now that our team has insane purpose. Like insane purpose. And it is just amazing the clarity that has come out of this, because what happened was that because the door was open and because divisions happened and because some people chose that this was not the place that they wanted to be, and that is okay, because there is also purpose in that. See that. what has happened is this clarity, this shift, this change, I keep just like seeing white. There has been a lift, a lightness that I just want to pass on to you, because see, here's the thing. I believe in my heart that my pressure, that the way that I felt that it was time, that it was contagious, and therefore, how wrong would it be of me not to make this contagious as well? My goal right now has nothing to do with 200K. Nothing. It has to do with bringing more people into a safe place. And so here is what has happened in the last 6 weeks. As the shift has happened and my clarity has come through, like, I never wanted that stuff anyway. If God never gives me one more thing, I'm good. My purpose was to help other people get to a place where they could buy the swing set they want, where they could pay for gas, where they could pay for daycare if they need to. And if you want to quit your job, that you could do that too. My purpose was never selfish in the beginning, so how did it get there? It got clouded because of envy. Today I read in Proverbs, and I cannot remember exactly. I did not bring my Bible with me. I just have it pulled up on my computer. But I read, like, don't envy sinners, and that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. I was envying people that I should never envy. I was wanting things that I never actually wanted, and I don't even know how that happened. I am just so thankful that I see it now, because I never, ever, 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 ever wanted that to seep onto anybody else. So for those of you who are watching this, I want you to know that there is such purpose, and that if you never hit another rank, it's okay. If I never hit another rank, it's okay. If God never blesses me with one more thing, it's okay. But you know what? I believe that there is purpose in this, and I believe that the shift is not from me, because I'm going to tell you right now when our team grows, now whenever it grows, I'm going to know where it comes from. And let me show you the visual that I saw this morning. So over the past 6 weeks, I've struggled with, like, what did I do? What did I do? And then literally this morning, God was like, you just opened the door. You just opened the door. With the shift of vision, with the shift of what you wanted, you just opened your door. I took my eye off of the right prize, and y'all, it is so easy to do. My passion is to see this business grow, your business grow, but for what you need, for paying the power bill, for paying all the bills on time. Okay, for taking the Disney trip that you've never taken, that has purpose. But to have a number by your name, I could freaking care less. So what God showed me this morning, because we are in such a good place, and the shift that has happened, I'm just going to call it like purification that has happened. Okay, if Team Balance is inside of here, he said, close the door. Close it. I want you to see what I have here, okay? So over here is ambition. You cannot get in. Selfish ambition cannot get in. We shut that side, okay? Worldly pressure, sorry, not here. Not here. The people that we bring into our community, I want them to feel safe. I want them to be safe. I want them to be guided in the right way towards the right thing. And I want you to see that what I'm saying is that it's not like the purpose of this is to, of course, the purpose always in life is to guide people to Jesus, but I want you to see that that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that when these people come in and they're like, I really need to be able to pay my car payment. Let's not pressure them past that. That will get there when they're ready. I want you to see that I want God to physically elevate us when it is time, and for us to stop feeling like we have to climb this endless ladder, because for some of you, that is how you felt. For some of you, you have felt like you are climbing this endless ladder to 40K, to 80K. Let's take those numbers off. That is not the purpose. Remember why you are here and check out what you need. What do you need? What is your purpose? Was your purpose to help your husband pay for his truck? Guys, then let's just focus on that. Take the numbers away. I do not care what next bonus comes out. If we can use that bonus to get you to your purpose, I want you to keep your eye on the purpose, not on the bonus. Do you understand what I'm saying? The shift here is so powerful. The shift in me is so powerful. That open door and the divisions that were caused has been one of the greatest blessings of my life, because I never would have seen it. I never would have seen what happened so quickly, that my vision had changed. I wouldn't have known. And I am so thankful. And I want you to see that if there have been other divisions in your life, if there have been other places where you have accidentally opened the door and let things enter your life that are not supposed to be there, guys, I am telling you that I am supposed to tell you to shut the door. Shut it out. Don't allow any more in, because you can. Because listen to the things that come when you are operating from the right place. Love, joy. I have had more joy in this business in the last couple of weeks because the clarity is there. Maybe you haven't heard as much from me, but I am telling you that there is such peace without the pressure, and knowing that there's still purpose. Knowing that there's still purpose. It doesn't mean that I never want 200K. That's not what it means at all. It just means that that's not where my eye is. When you have the right focus, here is what happens. You have love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness. Isn't that how you want your business to run? Isn't that how you want your life to run? This business is here for a purpose in your life. Gentleness, self-control. If you are having outbursts of anger and spirit of anxiety and frustration, that is never what this was intended for. Maybe the door was open. Maybe you had your eye on the wrong prize. And I'm sending you that message, and I was putting myself out there and sharing that with you because I want you to understand that I understand. I want you to just see how easy it is to shift your focus away, but guys, you can also shift it right back. So I want you to visualize, here we are, team balance, okay? So there's like a fortress, right? Bars. None of this garbage can get in because we are not going to allow it. But I want you to know, here's how I see it, is that the top is completely open. Completely open. So any blessings from above, we are open to it. Our eye is on the right place. And when we succeed, when I succeed, when you succeed, when good things happen, it could have only come from one place. Are you following me on that? I wrote at the top, change, impact, purpose, service. If that is coming to our team, know that it is only coming from one place. I want you to see that if you get your check on Tuesday and it is $25 more than what it was last week, be thankful. There are so many of us, me included, who lost sight of gratitude for the place where I was. Don't lose sight for like you being thankful where you are just because you're so focused on where you're going. Is it wonderful to have goals? Absolutely. Is it important to have a vision? Absolutely. But where is that vision coming from and where is it headed towards? Pay attention. And when it is in the wrong place, you are going to know. Check your life right now. Check your life. Check your feelings. Do like an audit this weekend. And I'm going to tell you right now that you have the power. You have the power to turn your vision to the right place. And I shared this. There was only like a group of 7 of us on a Zoom the other night. And I was telling them about this insane, like, Hallmark movie moment of clarity for me. And I was just outside with Cole. And I like looked at my house and I looked at him and the sun was shining. And I don't know, it was like a Wednesday probably. And we were playing outside. And I was like, Kelly, this was what you prayed for. So what is with you? Just be thankful for where you are. And I just sort of said, God, and there's a post, you can go back and look because it was insane how it worked out. But there was a post that I wrote. And I was just like, God, if you never give me one more thing, it was as if in that moment I let it all go. All of your expectations for me, all of my upline's expectations for me, Paul and Jason's expectations for me. That's a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. And I let it all go. None of it mattered. And I was just like, in this moment, I'm good. If you never give me one more thing, if my name is never called on stage, if I never get another award, if I'm never in another magazine, I'm good. It's okay. And the very next day, it was announced that my picture was chosen for the cover of West Virginia Weddings, and that is not a coincidence. I believe fully, had I held on to the desire for recognition, that wouldn't have happened. What is your desire today? What is your purpose? Are you walking in clarity? Is what you want what you need? I know that this message was very much like a sermon, but I am not sorry, because I do think that there is purpose, and this is the way that we as a team are going. But I also want to give you the freedom. Like, you can, for the people who stepped away from this new direction, for the people who felt like this was not right for them, God bless them. I got nothing against them. And if you ever feel like, okay, this is not the way that I want to go, that's okay. But I'm going to tell you right now that I will not lead you into a place, nor will I open that door one more time to greed, to selfish ambition, to worldly pressures, to any of that garbage. If your purpose here is that you want to be popular on Instagram and go buy a $100,000 car, I'm not your girl. But guys, if you want to use this as your vehicle to serve people and to meet the needs of your family and to allow God to elevate you to a place where your life feels free, then you're in the right place. And if you got off track, you're in good company. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I hope that this was useful. And please do, guys, if it was, just let me know that you watched the whole thing, because I would love to know. All right.